Well, hey there, everybody. Hey, I'm out here out in my backyard on a nice, warm, sunny day, and I just want to show off some of my really cool Spider-Man toys off to you all here. And guess what, you guys? I just got some more really, really cool Spider-Man toys, and I'll be showing you those to you here really quick, like. All right, you guys, are you all ready to see my really cool new Spider-Man toys? All right, everybody, so here they are. Here's my really awesome new Spider-Man toys here. All right, so I'll show you all those ones here a little after I show you all of these ones here. But first I'll show you, I'll start off with some of these ones. And let's see, oh man, which one should I start off with first? I accidentally pressed the stop record button on my camera, but so I think I'll start off with this toy here. So I'll show you what all this toy can do. All right, so with this toy here, oh man, it's backwards. All right, so with this toy here, you can move around the limbs really easily. You can move around the arms, you can move around the legs, you can move around the head some, you can move around the torso, and it's really super easy to move around the body, the head, the arms, the legs, stuff like that, the torso. And so that's that toy there. It's pretty much just a figurine. That's all that toy does. All right, everybody, so next I'll show you this toy. So this toy, you can just move around the arms. That's pretty much all. Well, you can move around the head some also, but that's pretty much all there is to that toy. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is pretty cool too. So with this toy here, you can move around the arms, you can move around the legs, you know, so you can move around the torso some. So it's got like all this armor on the body of the Spider-Man toy here, which is really cool. It looks so cool. So so I really like how they made this toy. They made it very well. It's such a neat toy. So that's that toy there. So now I'll be moving on to, I think I'll move on to this toy next. All right, you guys, so this one here, you can move around the limbs, you can move around the arms, you can move around the legs, you can move around the head some. This toy is supposed to light up, but I think this toy is broken. You just press the button there and it's supposed to light up. But I think this toy is broken, but it's no big deal. It's still a really neat toy. So that's that toy there. So now I'll be showing you this toy. This toy is so cool, you guys. All right, you guys, so this toy here is a zombie Spider-Man toy. So this toy here, you know, it's really stiff. It's a really stiff toy. No pun intended. But so this this toy here, it's really hard to move around the limbs and stuff like that. Even hard to move around the head some. But this is a really cool toy, though. So he's all like, "I am zombie Spider-Man." He's all like, "Who am I? I am zombie Spider-Man." I'm your friendly neighborhood zombie Spider-Man. So that's that toy there. So I just went, so that's that toy there. So really cool toy. I really like this toy a lot. Really fun. So that's that toy. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is supposed to light up. The eyes are supposed to light up. You just press that button there, and the eyes are supposed to light up when you press that button. But I don't know. I have to put in some new batteries or something in that toy, I guess. But so that's that toy. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This one, you know, is just a figurine. You move around. You can move around the limbs some. You can move around the head some. That's pretty much just that toy there. So that's that toy. Now I'll move on to this toy. This toy is so cool, you guys. So I really like this toy a lot. I really like how they made this toy. This toy is made out of rubber, and it's just so well made. How they formed it and everything, and the way they painted it and everything. It's so cool. So that's that toy there. So now I think I'll move on to this toy over here. This toy is pretty cool too. All right, so this toy here, you can move around the limbs, you can move around the arms, you can move around the head, you can move around the legs. So with this toy, you can move back the leg, and it just does like this like kicking motion sort of thing. So that's a pretty neat little part to this toy here. So I have this toy here. It's a little tiny Spider-Man toy. It's just a little figurine. So that's that toy there. It's really pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's also got like this magnet on the back. You can set it on stuff, whatever metal parts, and it just sticks. It's so cool. So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is really cool. It sort of looks like he's trying to act cute here. He's got his finger up to his mouth like that. It's really funny. So you can move so you can move around the limbs really easily with this toy. You can move around the arms, move around the legs, move around the head, sort of move around the torso some. Really a cool toy. I really like how they put on like this type of armor or on this toy here. It looks so neat. I really like how they made this toy. Very well made. So that's that toy there. We'll get to this one here pretty soon, okay, you guys. Such a cool one. So here, I'll show you this one next. I think this one is so cool, you guys. So with this one here, you can move around the limbs really easily, move around the arms, move around the legs, move around the head, stuff like that, and move around the torso really easily also. So with this one here, so cool, you guys. So oh man, all these toys are so cool, right? So so with this toy here, this toy, you can it's got like these magnet parts on the hands there, so you can just set it on your fridge or whatever, and have them just hanging there on your fridge or whatever, whatever metal part that you can put on. Put the toy on and have them just hang there, so it's just such a cool toy. So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on. I think I'll move on to this toy next. This toy is pretty neat also. All right, so this toy here, you can move around the limbs, you can move around the head. That's pretty much all there is to this toy. It's just a figurine. So that's that toy there. So now I think I'll move on to these ones here. These toys here. These toys are just like this other toy over here. This one here. These are all pretty much all just the same. Only they're different forms, different types of Spider-Man toys here. So all these toys are obviously made very similar to each other. They're all these toys here are all made out of rubber, and oh man, they're just made so well. They look really, really cool, and the way they're painted is really cool also. I really like how all these toys here are made. So these toys are just so cool, and so those are those toys there. All right, so next I'll show you this toy here. This toy is pretty cool too. You can move around the limbs sort of pretty easily. You can move around the head some. You can move around the torso some. It's really pretty cool. So that's that toy there. So so now I'll move on to, I think I'll move on to this one next. Yeah, I'll move on to this one next. This toy is pretty cool. You can move around the limbs, or you can move around the arms just a little, not much, but yeah, you can also move around the head some, not a whole lot, but yeah. So with this toy here, of course it's got the suction cups there. You can just plop it right on your window or whatever, so whatever flat surface on your window or whatever, have them hang there. Such a cool toy. So that's that toy there. All right, you guys, so next I'll be showing you these toys here. These toys are really cool, you guys. So these toys are sort of similar to this toy here. So with these toys here, you can move around the limbs a little, you know, just a little. You can move around the head some, just a little, you know. But also with this toy here, so with both of these toys here, what I like to do is I like to put on like double stick tape on these webbing parts here. And I just like to like plop them right on my window and have them just hang there on my window. And you know, maybe have my neighbor look and see the toys just hanging there from my window. So it's a really cool toy, you know. I like having them like hanging on my window. And so those are those toys there. I like these toys a lot. So those are those toys. So now I'll be moving on to, I'll show you this one after, a little after I show you some of these over here. So there's this one here. I'll show you this one next. This toy is so cool, you guys. All right, so with this toy here, you can move around. You can move around the limbs really easily. This toy is very highly articulated. You can move around the limbs so easily and put them in all sorts of different positions, and you can put this toy in all sorts of different movements and contortions and stuff like that. So it's so cool. So, you know, it's really easy to move around the limbs, you know, and move around the head, and you can, whoa, and you can move around the torso really easily also. So that's that toy there. And I really like how it's painted. I really like how it's made. They made it very, very well. Such a cool toy. So that's that toy there. All right, next I'll show you this toy. This toy is really cool. You can move what you do with this toy is you press inward on the legs there, and it does that sort of thing. It's so cool, right? So neat. So that's that toy. You can move around the limbs like that. You can move around the head some. So that's that toy there. I really like that toy a lot. So that's that toy. So now I'll show you this toy here. All right, you guys, so this toy here, you can move around the limbs really easily. You can move around the head really easily with this toy. So also you can move around the torso some. So that's that toy there. So neat, right? Looks so cool. So that's that toy there. So now I think I'll show you this toy here. All right, you guys, so with this toy here, you can move around the limbs, you can move around the arms, you can move around the legs, you can move around the head, of course, just a little though, not a whole lot. So also, this toy does talk and make sound and stuff, but I think this toy is broken. I tried putting in some new batteries in this toy and stuff, and you know, I tried pressing the button, it just didn't work, but you know, so yeah, it's supposed to talk and make sounds and stuff, but you know, it's no big deal. It's still a really cool toy. Maybe I'll have to buy a new one of these or something, but you know, I got lucky. I bought this one from a thrift store, but unfortunately it just doesn't work, I don't think. Maybe I'll have to try to fix it at some point, but yeah, that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is really pretty cool. So with this toy here, you can move around the limbs really easily. You can move around the arms, move around the legs. You can move around the head some, and also it's got this part here where you press in on this backpack part, and it kind of like launches out this sort of it was supposed to be webbing, but it's just I bought this toy from a thrift store, and it just was just a car thing here. But what it does, you know, you just use the remote control, it scoots around, stuff like that. You drive it around. So it's a pretty neat toy. So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. It looks like he's like playing some electric guitar or something. Such a cool toy, right? So you can like move around the arms, you can move around the legs some. You can move around the head some. You know, it's such a cool toy. You can move around the... Sort of looks like he's about to have like a stroke or something. I don't know, man. But it's such a cool toy. It looks so cool. It's such a neat toy. I like it a lot. So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is really cool. It's too bad it doesn't have the head, but it's a really cool toy. I really like this toy a lot. So you can move around the limbs really easily. You can move around the you can move around the arms, you know, the arms, the legs. You can move around the torso. Let me see if we can, like, I don't know, do a headstand or something. Do like break dance on his break dance on his head. Oh, not quite, but sort of did it. A+ for effort, I guess. I don't know. So that's that toy there. Such a cool toy, right? So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is so cool, you guys. So with this toy here, you can move around. You can move around the legs. You can move around the arms. You know, you can move around the head some. So also, I really like how they painted this toy. They did very well at making this toy. It's really neat. Not just how they made the toy itself, but also the way they painted the toy. I really like it a lot. So that's that toy there. So now I'll be moving on. I'll show you this toy next. This toy is really pretty cool, you guys. So I'll show you what all this toy can do here. All right, you guys, so this toy here, this toy is from the Spider-Verse, like the multiverse from Spider-Man, like Spider-Verse, I guess they call it. So this toy is so neat. You can move around the limbs. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's really pretty cool. So also it's got like this little part here where you put in like a little toy bullet in there, and it launches out the bullet out the front end there. It's really a pretty neat toy. You just press that button there and it launches out the front end there. So that's that toy there. So so now I'll be moving on to, I'll move on to this toy next. This toy is pretty cool. Just, you know, pretty much a lot like those other ones where you can just plop it on your window or whatever, and it just sticks there. And it just sticks there with the suction cups there. So that's that toy there. You can't really move around the head much though, but it's still a really cool toy. So that's that toy there. So now I'll show you this toy here. This toy is pretty neat. All right, so with this toy here, you can move around the limbs. You can move around the head some. So also this toy does talk and make sounds and stuff. So yeah, you just put in some fresh new batteries in this toy here, and then you press that center button there.
Which web should I use today? Let's round up some bad guys. Think I'll just hang around for a while. Woohoo! Courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
So that's that toy there. So so now I'll be moving on to this toy here, you guys. This toy is so cool, man. Dude, this toy is so cool. I'll show you. This toy is really neat. All right, so this toy is a mutant Spider-Man toy, and you can move around the limbs really easily. He's got the multiple arms there and stuff. You can move around really easily. It's sort of hard to do with one hand, but it was so cool. So you can move around the head some. Doesn't require any batteries. It's just a figurine. Such a cool toy, you guys. So you can move them around any which way pretty much. That's that toy there. I really like it a lot. I'll have to have like maybe some video of maybe these toys fighting each other, fighting other toys or something. But I really like this toy a lot. So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is so cool, you guys. Oh man, this toy is so cool, you guys. I wanted to save this one for last because it's just such a great toy. I kind of wanted to, save the best for last for this one here. So this toy is so cool, you guys. I know I keep saying that, but it's true, right? It's true. It's such a cool toy. Oh man. All right, you guys. So with this toy here, you can move around the limbs really easily. You can move around the arms. You can move around the legs. As you can see, what this toy is. It's a mutating Spider-Man toy. So he's got the claw there. You can't use the pinchers on this toy at all, but it's still a really cool, fun toy. So with this toy here, you can move around the legs, move around the arms any which way you want. You can move around the head. This toy's got like multiple different arms and stuff that you can move around, different legs that you can move around. You can move around the torso really easily also with this toy here. It's a lot easier to play with the toy with two hands, but it's no big deal. But also with this toy, it's got the underbelly there, and also it's got the the big stinger on the back. Not little, it's a big stinger on the back there. So cool. It's really awesome. It's got, and there's like the little spikes on the back there. So cool. It's so well detailed and so well made. It's really a neat toy. I really like this toy a lot. So it's got the claws, the hand there. It's got like the little spider bite things on the sides there. Oh man, it's just so cool. I really like this toy a lot. So that's that toy there. So I really like making as if it's ready to attack. So that's that toy there. So now I'll be moving on to these toys over here. These toys are so cool, you guys. All right, you guys. So which one should I start off with? Maybe I'll start off with this one here. This toy is so cool, you guys. So this one here, talks. It makes sounds, stuff like that. You can move around the limbs some. You can move around the arms, move around the legs. You can sort of just a little move around the head some. Not much though. So you can sort of move around the head just a little. So with this toy here, it talks, and it makes sounds, but my toy here, I tried it out and it wasn't working when I pressed the button, and it just wasn't working. But I think it's just a little too heavily corroded in there. I'll have to try to fix that and take out as much of that corrosion as I possibly can to see if this toy will work again. And who knows, you guys, maybe in the next Spider-Man toy video that I'll be making, hopefully I'll get this toy to work again. So this toy here it's a really pretty cool toy. So that's that toy there. So now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is so cool, you guys. All right, you guys, so I just got this toy earlier today. This toy is so cool, right? So you can move around the limbs really easily. So you can move around the arms, move around the legs pretty easily. You can move around the head some. Oh man, it's so neat. I like the position that he landed in when I got him like that. So it is funny. So I like the figure of this toy. It's really neat. I also really like how they painted this toy. It's so cool, right? Oh man, it's so cool, right? All these toys are just so cool, right? Oh man, sorry, I'm yelling in the camera, but oh man, it's fist bump. So this toy is really neat. I like this toy a lot. So that's that toy there. So so now I'll move on to this toy here. This toy is really cool. This is the female version of Spider-Man. So this toy is really pretty cool. So she's just there looking all cute and everything. So she's got the really neat sneakers on and everything, and the hood and everything. So it's just a really cool toy all overall, you know. You can move it around in all kinds of different positions and stuff. You can move the limbs really easily. So cool, you know. You can move the head pretty easily also. So yeah, so cool, right? So all right, so that's that toy. It's so cool, right? So now I think I'll move on to this toy next. This toy is so cool, you guys. So this toy here, this toy talks, it lights up, it makes sounds, stuff like that. It's so neat. So with this toy here, you just pop in some fresh new batteries in this toy here.
Electro webs. Pretty cool, huh?
All right, so this toy here, you can move around the limbs, you can move around the head some. So yeah, move around the legs, move around the arms, stuff like that. And it's got this little mini like webbing part that moves around, stuff like that. So I'll show you how all this stuff works here. So you just press that center button and it talks, it makes sounds, it lights up, stuff like that.
Electro webs. Pretty cool, huh? You're in for a big shock, Venom.
All right, so the way that you make this part work over here, you just press this button over here and it kind of does this thing here. Let me show you. Does that sort of thing.
Yeah, a little too much.
So cool, right? So cool, right? So
How's that for ultimate? Electro webs.
let me try it like this so my hand isn't in the way. So cool, right?
Yeah, a little too much. Electro webs. Pretty cool, huh? You're in for a big shock, Venom. I'm the ultimate Spider-Man.
So that's that toy. It's a really cool, fun toy. I like this toy a lot, you guys. So that's that toy. So now I'll move on to this toy next. This toy is so cool, you guys. Oh man, I got this toy from a thrift store earlier this week. This toy is so cool. So with this toy here, it's really highly articulated. You can move around the limbs really easily. You can move around the torso really easily. You can move around the head really easily. Oh man, you can put it in all sorts of different types of positions and contortions and all sorts of stuff like that. It's so cool. It's a really neat toy. This toy is, man, all these toys are so cool, right? Such cool toys. So I'll show you a little more on this toy here. So as you can see, he's wearing the Spider-Man sweater there. And oh man, it's so cool. I really like how they made this toy. They really did a really great job at making this toy. So he's got the like little satchel parts on the bottom there, wrapped around his, strapped around his ankles there. It's pretty neat, right? He's got like the belt there, and it's really a cool, really neat, fun toy. I really like how they painted this toy also. Such a cool toy. You can do all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different maneuvers and poses and stuff like that, positions and stuff like that. Probably even have them like fighting some other toys and stuff like that also, or have them dancing or whatever, you know. So that's that toy. I really like all these toys a whole lot. So all these toys are so cool, right? So with this toy here, I was so stoked to get this toy, and as well as some of these other toys over here. Oh man, so So this is a really awesome toy, you guys. So all these toys are just so great. I just want to mention also the toys that I got most stoked about when I found them were I think I'd have to say these 4 toys I was most stoked about to get. I was most excited to get all these toys. Out of the whole lot of Spider-Man toys that I have. So, oh man, such cool toys, right? So I just wanted to show off all my really cool, really fun, really awesome Spider-Man toys off to you all here. Actually add in this one here along with these other ones. So yeah, so all 5 of these toys here I was the most stoked about finding and buying. Oh man, so these toys, I just wanted to show off all these really awesome, really fun, cool toys off to you all, you guys. All right, everybody, so I think that's going to be the video for today. All right, everybody, so I hope you all keep watching my videos and everything. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really trying to go big on YouTube. If you could please subscribe, that would be really helpful to me. I hope you all keep watching my videos. I'll be having a whole lot more videos coming out soon. Mary Jane, are you there? I'm just having some fun, you guys. I like having fun with my toys. So I hope you all stay tuned. Keep watching my videos, you guys. All right, everybody. So I think that's going to be the video for today. All right, everybody. Bye.